Sky me where I go.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name's Nastasia, and this is my boyfriend. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Micaiah.
We're doing a cute little Q&A for you today. You guys asked some fun and juicy kind of questions on my Instagram. I didn't really get any on my YouTube, on like the comments, but I got some on Insta, so if you follow me on there, you got to contribute before I get into it. If you end up liking this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Put your thumb up. Yeah, you can be the other one. That's good. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's back here. It's right here. So you never miss a video every time I post. And my Instagram is right here. That's where he's on a lot. I post a lot of pictures of us because we're that couple. Yeah. But if you're ever interested, I do like daily devotionals on there and stuff.
Sorry.
First question. This is a fun one. How long have you guys been together? Not very long, actually.
Can I say the exact answer?
Yes.
5 weeks. Literally on the dot.
5 weeks. Yeah. Our story's kind of a little bit crazy. We're going to get into it in a second. Alright, how did you guys meet?
You want to start it or me?
You start it, because it's kind of starts with you.
Okay, so, her YouTube channel, actually, which is kind of ironic, but, I don't know for you guys, but for me, I like encouragement, exhortation. Like, I tend to feel alone in some of my battles. I just looked up Christian YouTubers, and hers was the first one to pop up, and I was like, cool. And the subtitle, I was like, surely she's taken, like, I was like, yeah, she's cute, but that's not why I'm posting on the video, you know? That's why. And then what I saw, so I just kept watching a ton of them, because, you know.
You probably saw 6 of mine about being single.
I did. So, but once I saw that, I was like, interesting, but surely she doesn't live in Tennessee. And then I was wrong. Out of kindness, I DM'd her, not reaching out as in like, hey, let's meet up sometime.
Like just hitting on me or something.
Yeah, no, not hitting at all, just strictly.
No hitting whatsoever.
I sent her like I know there's going to be a lot of pain, but there's also going to be a lot of joy. And just stay strong.
Just like a really nice message.
Yeah.
So, I got it, and I immediately was like, I was in a phase of kind of hating boys at that moment. Because I had been kind of stomped underneath somebody's foot recently before. So I was like, who is this? I don't even care. And I think I responded kind of nice though, but he like kept kind of talking to me, asking about myself and stuff. And then I found out he was a little bit younger than me, and which he is, he's a couple years younger than me. And I was like, well, there's no way he's mature, there's no way he loves Jesus that much, he just found some pretty girl on the internet and whatever. So I pretty much kind of ghosted him.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
So at the same time this is happening, I'm like, the Lord put her on my heart just to like, whenever things would, like in my devotions would come up, or I'd be like, that really stood out to me, or a post would come up on Instagram and it'd be, you know, biblically accurate and whatnot. It was like, you need to send this to this.
Yeah, he would keep sending. So basically I kind of ghosted him, and he was like, that's okay, it was so nice meeting you. It was like so nice. And so that was in like June, okay, of this year. And then he started, you know, every so often, every week or couple weeks or whatever, would send me like a sermon and say, I thought of you, or like a worship song or a verse or something. And I was just like, psh, this boy is such a try-hard. Like, he is just trying to get with me. He doesn't even care. But I was like, thanks, whatever. 3 months later, I am in a Joe's Crab Shack with my two of my best friends, and they're dating. And the girl, she was like, I think you should go to coffee with him, because he sent me another message, and I was like, this guy. And she's like, you should go. And I asked her boyfriend, I was like, you need to tell me not to go to coffee with this guy. And he looked at his profile, he looked at all the conversation we'd had and everything. He was like, no, you need to go to coffee with this guy. And I was like, what? And so you're not gonna believe this, guys. You're really not gonna believe this. I was like, well, how the heck am I supposed to go to coffee with this guy? I've freaking ghosted him basically for 3 months. There's no way in heck skis he's gonna ask me on a date now, which you wouldn't have, right? There's no way.
No. I mean, I was literally strictly doing it because I thought the Lord
use
could
the
use encouragement.
Because God was putting on his heart to keep talking to me. And
not even a romantic sense. Like,
yeah.
that is like far off from my mind. I'm just like, oh, she's just a sister in Christ. Yeah, I just gave up.
And so John was like, John is my friend I was with. He was like, let me type out a message that you can either, delete, or you can talk about it, or change or whatever, and you can send it to this guy if you want to. So I was like, fine. And John types out this message, hands me the phone, and before I even look at it, I kid you not, guys, I sent the message. Before I even got a chance to read it, I accidentally sent this message asking him to coffee.
Yeah, so this just happened. It looks like I'm going on a date, I think.
Neither of us knew if we were going on a date. Yeah, we went on the date the next day, by the way. Okay, so that's how we met. Jeez, that took a long time. Let's see what else we got here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
These videos are going to be so long with me. My mouth will just go pa 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 pa.
I might have to edit a little bit. What boundaries have you set for yourselves? Well, one thing, we know it's not good for us to be in each other's homes by ourselves.
Never.
Because we both live with our parents, and so it works out kind of nice, but it just doesn't work well for us, so we don't do that. And then, we've talked about our boundaries.
We have some personal boundaries.
Yeah.
That may be different than your guys' boundaries.
Yeah.
And as a couple, you guys have to talk about those.
We're both waiting till marriage.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's not even a question.
And, yeah, we are basically doing as little as we can to feel like any shame, I guess, or guilt. We just want to make sure we're staying pure in the eyes of God. So, like he said, it could be different for you guys.
So if you feel any sort of shame or guilt, that means for you guys, went too far. So if you're even asking how far is too far, that means it's too far.
Have you discussed your views on religion/boundaries yet? And she said, I care about you. So I think she wants to make sure I'm okay. You're not gonna, blindside me or something. Well, he's a Christian. He loves Jesus a whole lot, or else I wouldn't have even.
I mean, if you haven't noticed so far, that's kind of been
that's literally the
whole
foundation.
story. I mean, we're not even
and then
trying. So.
Politically, I majored in politics, so politics is pretty important to me. I've talked to him about it. I've talked to, his family about it, because his dad's super into politics too. I think so far, every single thing we've talked about, we're on the exact same page.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, even little things. My friend Brittany said, when am I meeting him? Well, Brittany, whenever you come to Nashville, okay? Then you can meet him. Who made the first move? Also super happy for you. Thanks. Okay, so I kind of touched on this, but
God made the first move.
Kind of. My friend John made the first move. I guess technically he messaged me first, but I was the one who technically asked him to coffee. But then once we realized it was a date, he paid for my drink and asked me out again and all that. So both God, Jesus. What advice would you give other Christian couples? Okay, that's really broad. So we could make a whole video of that. So let's keep it vague.
Honestly, if you want to, you could just answer the question at a time, because that could branch off into a million different things.
Yeah, we'll answer that in another video, because that could be a whole thing.
It's all out of love. It's all out of love.
You get a whole video dedicated to you.
Whoever asked that question, you get a video donated.
Because there's a whole thing. How were you introduced? Okay, so we covered that. But first impressions. Okay, this is fun. We kind of talked about this, but I want to hear it again.
Okay.
So you tell me your first impression of me first.
So first off,
in person.
Yeah, in person, of course. I was sweating hard. Yeah, I was nervous, but first she was really beautiful, of course. But it was more of okay, this is happening. It's fine. Stay cool. Like, she's way more beautiful than you ever thought in a video. Like, you don't know what she's like.
Stay cool, stay cool.
She could be just crazy, and
I mean,
you know,
I am crazy.
but it's the same kind of crazy, you know.
Okay.
So it's whatever. But I just had to get to know you. Like, I just wanted to hear your voice. Like,
but your first impression
was like, how is this happening? Like, oh, no. I remember the very first thought. Okay, so this is kind of weird for you guys. I don't know if this is going to sound weird, but my first instinct was like, dang, that's a woman. That's not a girl, that's a woman. Like, and I don't mean that, like, just physically. I meant, like, in all mannerisms, just how she held herself and everything. Like, you know, she was very blunt, which I find attractive. I'm all about just get to the point, like, in all topics, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
My first impression was that he was way more outgoing than I thought he was going to be, which is so good. Because you never know over, like, messages, like, if somebody's going to be, like... Because some people are really outgoing in, like, messages, but they're socially kind of awkward. And, like, I can't roll with that. And so, when he was, like, the first thing he said to me was, oh, I'm a hugger, and, like, hugs me. And I was like, okay, good. This guy is, like... I could tell he was, like, confident and could carry a conversation. And also that he was way more attractive in person than he was in his pictures. I thought you were way more attractive.
My heart.
Okay. Somebody just said marriage happening, question mark?
Yes, I do want to marry her. That is the goal of dating anyways. We're not dating for fun. And kind of like I said earlier, we're not just messing around. Like, the whole purpose of this is to glorify God and be a brighter light together than apart. Now, that doesn't mean that she's a fulfillment, but she's definitely one day will be a complement in a different role than she would be a complement of a girlfriend.
One of it is...
Yes, to answer your question, yes, marriage is in...
Not today, not tomorrow.
We don't have a time frame. It's God's time frame.
Yeah.
God's time frame.
We're not eloping or something. Don't worry about that. But
Yeah.
So somebody just assumed this, which is kind of funny, but who said I love you first?
Me.
So first of all, to address all you haters, yes, it has only been 5 weeks, and yes, we have already said I love you.
And yes, we know we're crazy.
And yes, we know we're crazy. But
Yeah.
when God's in something, sometimes you just know. Honestly, and if you think we're crazy, that's fine. You're not dating us.
Facts.
But yeah, so he told me first.
Yeah, so we can go from there. So I wanted to honestly say this sound even crazier, like 2-3 weeks after dating her. Like, it was just screaming out of me, but I never did. I contained myself. And I told myself, because after this time, all I said was, like, perfection. Like, and obviously I know there's no such thing as a perfect human. But with me being as head over heels as I am, and was in that time, still am, but you get what I'm saying. I just didn't want to say those strong of a words without seeing all of her. And obviously you're not going to see all of her until emotionally, spiritually, you know, other stuff, till marriage.
He wanted to see the dark sides of me, like
some things that
the not perfect sides of me.
Non-perfect sides, perfect way of saying it. I could just go on. Your videos are going to be way too long. But she had a moment where we were together and around some people, and just some heavy darkness was over that, and it broke her. It made her very, very just anxious. You guys know about my anxiety and stuff. And just sad in that moment, and just lost it. She was just crying and just, a total wreck, right? And I was, in that moment, it was when I wanted to say it. It was the least emotional moment, right? When it comes to affections and all that I wanted.
I look gross, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, no, you look beautiful, but you know what I mean. And then I wanted to scream, I love you. And that was when it was like, okay, I want to say this, but I still wanted to do it in the right timing.
And in a cute way. You did it in a cute way.
And I wanted to do it in a cute way. So I waited, and I didn't say it in that moment. But back at that night,
we came back to my house.
We came back to her house, and we were drawing and whatever. You can't look until I'm done. And then she was like, I don't like that. That gives me anxiety. And just joking around. And so she did, and she listened. And she was like watching a TV show or whatever, like trying to peek over a million times.
And then when he turned around, because this is my perspective.
Okay.
Then when he turned around, finally, he had like this huge dorky smile on his face, and it said, "I love you." I was like, "Hand me my phone, hand me my phone." He's like, he's probably like, "What?" And I got out of the back of my phone case. I had written a letter a couple days earlier telling him that I loved him. So I handed it to him, and it was a cute moment. What do you love most about one another? Other than our relationships with Jesus, because that's kind of obvious.
I'd probably say her encouragement and heart for others. She has like a gift of encouraging with make you feel like better, and not just like somebody's trying to make you feel better, but more like comforted. I guess you could say is a better term for it. That and her smile. Smile's pretty great. So. Those are my. Oh, well, actually, I have one thing. Sorry, my brain could be jumping around 4 different topics, and be going around like, and even if it's like one could be
like
super,
a rabbit trail.
Yeah, like someone could be super like, hysterical, funny, and just lighthearted,
and then really
and the other
serious.
one like super deep and like deep stuff. And it could just be like boom, boom, bouncing right back and forth. And some people are like so thrown off, and they have to kind of like stick to one. She like follows, not just like follows me in the understanding of the conversation, but she follows me emotionally with the conversation, which is like really, really big for me. So I'd probably say that's my number one thing that I love about her.
Physically speaking, I really like his dimples a lot.
But you have dimples. We have like the same.
I know, but
it's
I like
the same,
your dimple better than my dimple.
Okay.
I would say the other one would be that I never feel like he is intimidated by me being myself. Like I'm not too much. I'm never too much. Like, it's like whatever I'm bringing to the table that day, he's like, all right. Like, and whether it's my anxiety or whether I'm super like peppy or whether I'm like, irritable or something, or I'm uncomfortable with something, or I need affirmations or something, like, I never feel like I'm walking on eggshells. I always feel like your hands are big enough to hold whatever it is I'm bringing to the table. So I just feel very much like I'm at home. Like, I feel very, like, secure. And also dimples. How did you discern that he or she was the one? I mean, I kind of touched on this. For me, it was, well, I guess I kind of didn't touch on it. On the way home from our first date, I was sobbing, like literally crying, and was just like playing worship music and thanking God, because I was like, I literally said, if this isn't my husband, I want my husband to be exactly like that. And it was just this moment of like, I was so thankful that God had shown me somebody that I didn't have to lower my standards at all for. And just how good God is. Yeah. And so that was a big moment for me, I think.
Mine was definitely, well, there's 2 things. There was my family. One is they're very supportive of me and in my decisions, but when it comes to the women aspect of my life, they're also very upfront with me, and they're like, just no, like, God has so much better for you, or this is just like, I don't really see it, but just, it was never, man, I love her, and I see God in this, and he's moving, and getting excited, like, it felt like I was always trying to get around them instead of going with them. And I'd say that's probably one of the biggest aspects when it came to the people around me. So everybody was saying yes. Like, I don't understand why you would not be pursuing this girl. And guys, be pursuing if you find a woman like her.
Yeah.
But when it came to her, it was one day where I was noticing her strength, and I was noticing where I'm weak, and I was noticing where I'm strong and where she's weak. So her weaknesses.
And they lined up.
her weaknesses were my strength, and my strength was her weaknesses.
Mm-hmm. What are some things you guys do together to help keep each other accountable? So I guess maybe.
And what
I don't know. I'm assuming maybe purity-wise, maybe spiritually. So spiritually, we always ask each other, like, have you been in the Word today? And, like, what is God teaching you and stuff? If one of us is cranky, we'll be like, did you read your Bible?
Oh, and you can tell.
Purity-wise, something that we do is if it's getting too much, we literally make the other person stand in the corner. Like, literally get up and go stand across the room in the corner.
Or we'll start dancing.
Yeah, slow dancing for some reason is really good for us.
We've been on, what, like 7 dates, 8 dates, like really real dates.
Like real dates.
Not just hanging out.
A lot,
yeah,
but...
not just hanging out, like real dates.
Right.
So our first 4 or 5 dates, we weren't on purposely doing this, but we found ourselves slow dancing
everywhere.
And the best way I can describe it is it's like a bubble of just thickness of the Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. And you can't deny it. Like, you can feel it.
So you don't want to do anything bad when you feel the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
It's like having your mom standing next to you. Where are you both raised and what are your life stories? Okay, life stories we're going to have to do another video because that'll be way too long. My testimony's up on my channel. You can go watch that. I'll have it like right here for you to click on. But we can talk about your testimony in another video. But we were raised a little bit different. Like, he was raised homeschooled his whole life. I was not. I went to public school. My parents divorced. His are together. He has 2 sisters. I have a brother. I would say you had a very, very, very healthy upbringing.
Yeah.
A very close family.
Blessed.
And then, not that I didn't necessarily have a healthy upbringing, but it was just different because my brother's so much older than me. He was kind of out of the house. It was kind of just my mom and I for a lot of it because of stuff with my dad and the divorce. It got messy at times. So different, but it's cool because I've seen in the way that his parents have raised him so well, he's able to like be there for me in a lot of like ways emotionally that I lack. So it's cool. It's cool. And then the last question. This is from my friend Emily. Hi, Emily. When's the wedding and can I come? Well, I don't know when it is, but when it is, you can come.
This video's only gonna be like 2 minutes.
Alright, love you guys so much. Thanks for watching this whole thing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.